Welcome to this video on Palindrome Program in Java. Now, let's dive into the concept of a palindrome program. A palindrome is a word, phrase, number, or other sequence of characters that reads the same forward and backward. A palindrome program is a program that checks whether a given input is a palindrome or not. In Java, a palindrome program can be written using loops and string manipulation. Let's understand how to write a palindrome program in Java. The program takes an input string from the user and checks if it is equal to its reverse. If the input string and its reverse are equal, then it is a palindrome. Otherwise, it is not a palindrome. The program can be implemented using loops and string manipulation in Java. Now that we understand the concept of a palindrome, let's define it more formally. Let's break down each point in detail. Now that we know what a palindrome is, let's discuss the approach we can take to solve the palindrome problem. Let's discuss the approach to solving the palindrome problem. First, we need to understand what is a palindrome. Next, we create a function to check if a given string is a palindrome or not. Then, we write a loop to iterate through all the words in the given text. After that, we call the palindrome function for each word. Finally, we print the words that are palindromes. Now that we have a clear understanding of the problem and approach, let's start writing the palindrome program in Java. Let's discuss how to write a palindrome program in Java. Firstly, a palindrome is a word, phrase, number, or other sequence of characters that reads the same forward and backward. To write a palindrome program in Java, you can follow these steps. Step 1. Get the input string from the user. Step 2. Initialize two pointers, one at the beginning of the string and another at the end of the string. Step 3. Compare the characters at the two pointers. If they are equal, move the pointers towards the center of the string. If they are not equal, the string is not a palindrome. This code snippet is a Java program that checks if a given word is a palindrome or not. The main method initializes a string variable, word, with the value, madam. The program then calls the isPalindrome method passing the word variable as an argument. The isPalindrome method checks if the word is a palindrome by comparing characters from both ends of the word using two pointers. If at any point the characters don't match, the method returns false. If all characters match, the method returns true. The main method then prints, the word is a palindrome, if isPalindrome returns true. Otherwise it prints, the word is not a palindrome. Now that we have written the code, let's test the palindrome program to see if it works as expected. Let's start by testing a palindrome word. First, choose a palindrome word such as, madam. Then, pass the word to the palindrome program and verify that it returns true. Since madam is a palindrome, the program should correctly identify it as 1. Next, let's test a non-palindrome word. Choose a non-palindrome word such as hello and pass it to the palindrome program. Verify that the program returns false, as hello is not a palindrome. Now, let's test a word with special characters. Choose a word such as ab and c, ba, and pass it to the palindrome program. Verify that the program returns true, as ab and c, ba, is a palindrome. Next, let's test an empty word. Pass an empty word to the palindrome program and verify that it returns true. Since an empty word is a palindrome by definition, the program should correctly identify it as 1. Let's now test a word with spaces. Choose a word such as racecar and remove the spaces to obtain racecar. Pass the modified word to the palindrome program and verify that it returns true. Since racecar is a palindrome, the program should correctly identify it as 1. Lastly, let's test a word with uppercase letters. Choose a word such as level and convert it to lowercase to obtain level. Pass the lowercase word to the palindrome program and verify that it returns true. Since level is a palindrome, the program should correctly identify it as 1. This code snippet checks if a word is a palindrome. It initializes a variable with the word racecar. It then initializes an empty string to store the reversed word. It then iterates over the characters of the word in reverse order and appends each character to the reversed word. Finally, it compares the original word with the reversed word and prints the appropriate message depending on whether they are equal. Congratulations! You have successfully learned how to write a palindrome program in Java. In this final segment, we will summarize the key points covered in this video and encourage further exploration of programming concepts. First, let's list the points covered in the video. Then, we will summarize them and finally, encourage further exploration of programming concepts.